We've seen digital transformation in other industries. Are we talking like this could take, decades? Like how long would you envision this digital transformation taking in this case?
It's not going to happen overnight, but like we used to book travels directly from the hotels or from agents, human agents, and now we're using the mobile app of Airbnb. We used to wave to a taxi driver to take us to our next destination. Now we're using Uber or Waymo without a driver. Would you imagine that this is real in Austin?
I still don't believe that's real. It's weird seeing somebody like pulling up and there's nobody in the car. That's still weird.
There's nobody there. There's no driver inside. Yeah, I think there will be a day soon and the people will remember that we used to send people to the field anytime that we want to mitigate risks. When I'm thinking about the change, when I'm thinking about the disruption, I want to envision who's the enemy. And it's not really enemy. I see them as a friends more than an enemy. But when I'm thinking about the boots on the ground, that this is what we want to change, I think about USIC, like amazing company. They have like 13,000 technicians dispatched every day, Sunday through Monday, to do those locates. And to see how much complexity there is within sending so many trucks out there. I see them as kind of physical footprint and we all in the digital footprint, and hopefully we're going to meet each other one day and we're going to bundle their data sets against what we have created and still building and developing. But let's talk about something everybody knows. Let's talk about the story of Netflix and Blockbuster. Think about where they started with using VHS and then DVDs, and then Netflix came and said, we're going to ship it via physical email. And you don't have to pay a fine if you're not going to return it on time. And then they decided to upload everything, every content to the cloud and to stream the data directly to the consumers. And I think Blockbuster was back in the days like a 6 billion revenues company with like 10,000 employees and 6,000 stores, and very successful company. Netflix just started. And I remember that I read about a meeting when they struggled, Netflix, they have decided to speak with the CEO of Blockbuster. And they went to see him in his offices at Dallas headquarters. And during the conversation, when they shared the vision of Netflix, there was a point in time that he asked them, okay, what's the cost? What's going to cost me to buy Netflix? They didn't think about it very much. So they said 50 million because that's the cost of creating Netflix that day. And eventually they was suddenly silent. The guy just kept quiet, and they said that he wanted to laugh, but he just kind of stopped himself. And they went out that meeting disappointed because he said no. And the story, everybody knows the story because, Blockbuster bankrupted and Netflix worth 250 billion. But the thing I liked about what the CEO of Netflix said, he said, if you're not willing to disrupt your margins, somebody else will come and do it for you. So you have to look ahead of you and see the trends, the changes.
It sounds like it's not a question if the future will arrive. It's just how soon, and will you be ready when it's here?
It's not a question of whether. It's a question of when.
Right. In this case, it sounds like this is an opportunity to lead this digital transformation without getting left behind. I'm sure the Blockbuster CEO still doesn't sleep so well at night knowing how that turned out.